Hi everyone, in this video I am going to explain how we can pass the entire structure to a function as an argument. So this is also the way by using call by value for passing as an arguments to a function. And here I'm taken one structure student which will consisting 4 arguments, that is name of the student, roll number, branch, and what my aim is. So I'm taking 5 subjects of the student and I'll finding the average of that 5 subjects, and I want to display whether the student is eligible for which category, that is they comes under the first class, second class, third class, or that he or she is eligible or not eligible. So for that purpose I'm taking this data member. So it is also an array which will consisting 5 subject marks, and this is my structure closing, and this entire is definition of my structure. And after that, this is a function declaration. So this is a function declaration. I'm declared cal. So cal, I want to calculate something, so I'm using cal as my function name, and here I'm passing, this is my structure and this is my structure variable. So I'm created students as a structure variable to a student structure. So I'm passing the entire structure through my structure variable. So in my main function, so I'm creating one more variable to my student structure, that is student1. So I'm using int I here, which I'm declaring my I locally, because I'm using this in for loop for reading 5 subjects marks. So I'm trying to take an input from the user. So please enter the student name, and student1 is a variable which I'm created. By using that, I'm trying to accessing all my data members. So student1 dot name, and after that please enter the roll number of the student. So that I will take integer, because of that I'm using percentile d in my scanf statement. Ampersand student1 dot roll, and printf please enter the student branch, and this is of type string, so that I'm using percentile s. So student1 dot branch. So I already mentioned for reading strings we cannot use any ampersand symbol before the variable name. So now I want to read 5 subjects marks. So for that I am using for loop for I0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So every time I am asking the user please enter. So subject 0, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3, subject 4 marks. Because when we are using an arrays concept, always the index starts from 0 and then it ends with n minus 1. So because of that reason, I'll start my I with 0 and it always less than 5. And here I'm using scanf statement because I want to read my subjects as of integers. So I can take percentile d. I am saying student1 dot subject of I. So initially I value is 0. So it will ask like please enter subject of 0 marks. So it will try to read subject of 0 marks. Then I increments, it becomes to 1. 1 less than 5, condition is true. So now again it will read please enter subject of 1 marks. And again I increments, it becomes 2. 2 less than 5, condition is true. So in that way it will also read enter marks for 2. After that I increments to 3, and again I increments to 4. So for that 2 iterations also it will read subject 3 and subject 4 marks. Again I increments, it becomes 5. 5 less than 5, condition failed. So it will exit from the for loop. And now this statement will say function calling because we have to call the function, calling the function. So now this function calling will take object as an argument, structure variable as an argument. So now I'm written 0 as my last statement because I'm taken my integer of my main function is of type integer. And this is a function definition. So here I provided definition of a function. So whatever I'm trying to do, everything I need to implement in this function only. I already said my aim is to take the subjects and I want to find the average of that subjects. Depends on that average marks. So I categorize the students under a particular class. So we have to take same prototype. So void cal, and here it expecting structure variable as an argument. So here it will take structure variable as an argument, and these are the local variables which I am declared inside of my function calculate. So float sum equals to 0 and average, and int I again I am declaring I want to use in my for loop. So for I0, I less than 5, I plus plus. So I want to calculate the sum of 5 subjects. So initially sum is 0. So in first iteration, students dot sub of 0 value is added to sum. And after that I increments, it will get I is 1. 1 is less than 5, condition is true. So in that it will take the second record and it will add to sum. In that way, that loop it will be run for 4 times, and after that the I value is increments, it becomes to 5. So now 5 less than 5 condition fail, then it will exit from the loop. And after I'm finding the sum of all the subjects, I try to find the average of that 5 subjects by using this statement. So this is for calculating average, and here the statement summing of 5 subject marks. So after I'm finding the average, so I categorize like if average is greater than 0, greater than 60, means whatever the values, it's more than 60 average he or she got, then they are eligible for the first class. And after that, in else if, I'll take a condition, if the average marks is less than 60 and it's greater than 50, and they are eligible for second class. In an again else if statement, I am written if average marks is less than 50 and it's greater than 40 and they are eligible for third class. If average marks is less than 40, they are not eligible because they are failed. So in this way, I'll take an average marks and I'll categorize the students under a particular class. So now we'll see how the execution of this program. So I just compile and run it. So it will ask me enter the student name. So I'll give the student name as Satish. So roll number as 12 and student branch is CSC. And it will ask me subject 0 marks, that is the first subject's marks. I'll give as 89. And subject 1 marks I'll give as 25, and subject 2 marks I'll give as 45, subject 3 40, and then subject 4 give it as 20. So now you can observe that the average marks of the students we got 43.799 something. So now this person is eligible for third class. Thank you.